All righty, got it done and got it. All righty, y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwestern Maxim. How are you? I'm here with my magnificent and beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased during this 7-day tropical medical astro weather report, Ilawa Raphael, right? Wednesday. And my beloved brothers, our beloved brothers in whom we're well pleased, they are.
Salam. I am Terrell White Bay. How are you, people? How are you?
Sauce. Oh, Brother Sean, you over there lip syncing it, man. Turn your mic up. Turn it up. Yeah, you probably hear him on TikTok.
Yeah, it might be good if I actually cut the microphone on, right?
There you go, man. There you go. Turn it up. Is my mic on?
Is my mic on? Check. Hey, yo, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Turn my headphones up. Let me stop. Yeah.
Turn me up, Sauce. Turn me up. All right.
Thank you, bro.
Islam, peace and love to ye all. Soy Hermano, Shanlim El. You already know that all is well. And bro, could you assist me, bro? What was that other appellation, bro? What was that?
Braveheart. Let's get it. That's always fun. Again, guys, I'd like to welcome you to our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, where you get 7 days in advance, where we give our different divers testimonies that compile into a 7-day delineation for the 7 days to come. And it's for 13th through the 19th, July 19th, 2023, right? 13th to the 19th, July 2023. And going into a screen share here to show you guys the calendar so you can see what we're going over, and take a look at the moon for the course times also, so we can all have that what it is that we need. So taking a look here at our 7 Heel Star Astro calendar for March Aries 2023 to February Pisces 2024. Quote, time never was when man was not. And we are quoting El-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being prophet, noble, Drew Ali. And we're going to go and take a look here at the moon cycle that has the water sign Cancer, the crab, anciently and contemporarily ruled by Luna, right? The moon. This is the same moon cycle that also contains the fire sign Leo, the lion, anciently and contemporarily ruled by the sun. So we're in the month pertaining to July, where we get to see the sun transiting a sign that's ruled by one luminary, the moon, and transiting another sign that's ruled by the sun itself. So we're here for the 13th through the 19th, guys. On the 13th, it is I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, that will be giving my divers testimonies there. All righty. As you see, I have 4 transits and an ingress. All righty. After the 1 hour and 16-minute void, of course, moon, after Luna makes a trine to Pluto, Luna is ingressing Gemini about 1 hour and 16 minutes after that. So for that hour and 16 minutes, if you can wait, if you're up and you're thinking about hitting the checkout button on some application to order something, just wait till after that hour and 16 minutes and complete your order after 3:26 anti-meridian Eastern. Adjust your time zones accordingly. For the 14th, July 2023, is Brother Sean Lemel going in on Holy Day with that one testimony there for the sextile between Sol and Uranus. For Saturday is Brother Terrell Tamari Bay knocking out those 3 transits and that one lunar ingress into Cancer. All righty, so Luna is going to be in the sign that it feels comfortable with. It's what some will say astrologically, it's domicile, right? Non-statutorily speaking, domicile. However, that moon would, of course, take place for 4 hours and 38 minutes after Luna makes its final transit, squaring Neptune while in Gemini, all right? Then on Sunday, continuing with the sauce, is Brother Terrell Tamari Bay. What is happening there? Why did it get blurry all of a sudden? That is interesting. That is interesante, right? Let's go here and come back here. So for the 16th, July 2023, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay has those 2 transits also. Alrighty, while Luna is still transiting Cancer. For Mondays, Brother Sean Alim L has those 5 transits there, and then he'll be complete with going over his transit as Luna makes its last aspect to while transiting Cancer to Pluto, right? And this will be obviously after the new moon in Cancer. That Brother Sean will go in on his 3rd testimony, and that moon would, of course, will be for 1 hour and 33 minutes. And then on Tuesday, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey will go in on that lunar ingress into Leo, which is actually, interestingly, 7 days and 28 minutes after Mercury ingressed on the 11th, guys, right? Last Tuesday. Well, yesterday, let's just say yesterday. 11 minutes after midnight, Mercury ingress Leo, right? And the moon will be ingressing there just 7 days and 28 minutes exactly later. And that's just something to kind of look at, guys. Especially you guys go and look at the 7 Hill Star Instagram and see the live that I did going in on that. Brother Terrell Tamari Bay went in on it on last Wednesday to speak about that ingress, alrighty. And for 7 Hill Star on Instagram, just kind of went into how from that point on throughout the entire transit through Leo for Mercury, how it will affect the collective, alrighty. And on the 19th, closing us out with the Sauce, is Brother Terrell Tamari Bay with those 3 transits there, all lunar transits, and they are squaring Jupiter conjunct Mercury and squaring Uranus, and we will be complete as we look at the 13th through the 19th July 2023. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get started. Go and screen share on over here, right? Oh, you know what? Let me, because I must do it, right? Give me 2 seconds. Make co-host, and yes, all righty, and let's make it so multiple participants can share this screen. All righty, screen sharing here. We're going to go in for the 13th July 2023, right? Happening at 0500 hours and 55 minutes and 40 seconds. It is the solar ascendant conjunction there, and want to make sure I gave you the co-pilot controls there, Brother Sean. All righty, guys. So as you can see right here, all righty, at 20 degrees, right, 47 minutes, we are clearly looking at a sunrise that's just, coming into that 3rd decan, right? Looking at that 3rd decan pertaining to Cancer. I would really say here, especially with the moon there in Gemini. All righty. However, still in the 11th house during this rise. What we can actually say for your sunrise, maybe some things where you may have children or other people's children wanting to, you may have to, I guess, wake up, make sure they're good. Maybe there was a sleepover party that you had for your children. Maybe it was a solar return celebration and they opted in for a sleepover, or, you got a guest house and all the children stayed at the guest house or whatever, but you're waking up to make sure everyone's good, seeing if they need any sustenance, water, food, things of that nature, so to speak. So that kind of just lets me know that there's a little bit of energy there. If you feel some limitations or some hindrances, that's fine. 20 degrees Cancer is limitation and hindrances. However, you'll be able to get over that by not having a fascination and denial with yourself in whatever it is that you're thinking. So be confident in whatever decision making that you have to do in that moment. And with that, I yieldeth the floor. My first testimony of Cars, right? It's looking like a Luna trine Pluto kind of situation, right? So Luna is there in the 1st house, obviously, in Taurus for the 13th. All righty, 2023, right? Very interestingly so, too. This is right before the void of course moon. Like I told you guys, after my first testimony, Luna will be void of course for about an hour and 16 minutes, right? So let's just look at this. Okay, so Luna's in Taurus in the first house. So, when it comes to, our values at home, alrighty, or really comes to our intuition and how we would like to beautify ourselves, kind of go with your gut feeling and make sure that it's based on, something that you kind of learned. Maybe there's a culture that you're tending to embrace that's a little different from what you've been raised in. So maybe your decision making for maybe you have some plans, right? Or maybe you're just coming from some type of party that's themed in some kind of so-called foreign theme. Maybe you had a Moroccan themed party, you know what I mean? And everyone was dressed in kirtas, turbans, and fezzes, right? Maybe it was some kind of, Moorish ball, maybe. I'm not saying that there's one going on, I'm just giving an example, right? So what's really good here is just the, extreme harmony between areas in life pertaining to your current life focus and things that you're doing right now, as well as some things that you would like to, do in the future. Maybe some things you've been thinking about transforming for your future. Maybe there's some things you're studying. Maybe you're preparing for a graduation. What I would like to say completely, though, however, this will be a means for you to really bring forth some beauty in securing your inner child and being able to make sure you can share, share with probably your classmates or some others that which you have on your mind. So maybe you have a presentation to do. Alrighty, maybe you're already coming off of that, or maybe you're preparing. So take this time to not procrastinate and get that complete. All right, and with that, I yield the floor. Luna's ingressing next into Gemini after this hour and 16-minute void course. Right, Luna is making its ingress into Gemini. Alrighty, and it's happening in the 12th house, just right after Luna rises. Right. So it's happening in the 12th house, right after Luna rises. And what we can really say is that people find a means to communicate their secrets. So is there something that you may communicate? Maybe you're having a dream where something's unveiled to you. Maybe you had an interaction prior to you resting and recharging, and the dream actually reveals to you a communication that is unveiling some things that allow you to have closure. All right. And that particular closure, so to speak, may come at a moment of probably reflecting on something your father has said to you. All right. So, or mother, it could be something that your mother said to you also. However, be sure, just really be sure to make sure you're reflecting on that, on that childlike beauty. Maybe it's something beautifully creative in your intuition that allows you to draw the conclusions necessary for a certain kind of closure. And with that, I yield the floor. We have Luna squaring Mars, all right? And Luna squaring Mars here. Of course, Luna's in Gemini and Mars is in Virgo, right? So it's in 11th and 2nd houses. So guys, make sure you value exercising. And when you're exercising, don't be afraid to exercise in the group. Maybe, you want to exercise, you may be feeling a little embarrassed to be around other people. So you can make the sudden changes that are necessary that will allow you, to be a part of the group. And what you'll actually find when it comes to your health and actually doing this exercise, what you'll be able to do is give rise to a sense of security within yourself. So even if it's not necessarily exercising in a gym, maybe you notice everybody walks or rides their bike at this time in the morning. Don't be afraid to, step out there and get your walk on or your bicycle on. And with that, I yield the floor. Luna sextile Mercury next, all righty. And clearly, with that being said, Luna's there in the 8th house while in Gemini, all righty. And Mercury's there in Leo, all right. So what I would like to say here, and maybe, just maybe, something is shared, right, with you while you're at work, maybe in the line of whatever duty it is that you're doing, non-statutorily speaking, whatever it is that you do to provide sustenance for you and your loved ones. It really just kind of really speaks to you being able to confidently beautify the ideas that you're thinking about and you like to communicate and sharing some type of finances. So when it comes to shared finances or things that you choose to do, maybe you're planning a trip with your loved ones. Maybe it's not a real far trip. Maybe it's something that's close, right? In doing so, you want to be creative in how you're traveling. So you're probably deciding you don't really want to fly. Maybe you're thinking of a way to either rent some type of land conveyance or being able to make adjustments in a way where you do a bit of being in a land conveyance, maybe a bit in a train. Maybe you'll take a train to somewhere and then make sure you have a land conveyance to get around while you're there. So in doing so, make sure that the finances that you've been saving up or something extra from what it is that you do for your career or the values or the disposable finances that come from your status, your career, and your work. You're able to do that and have a shared experience with your relatives. And with that, I yield the floor. Finally, Luna squares Saturn. And as Luna squaring Saturn, I can really say that it's just a means to really stimulate structure in the home. And when stimulating said structure in the home, what you can do is really allow yourself to kind of just go and reflect internally about some things that you would have done maybe in another lifetime or when you were younger, and then be able to express that to you relatives in a way where you don't come off too much like an asshole. However, showing that you would like to institute some order for everyone to enjoy themselves at home. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, and whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim El Islam.
Islam, broski, gratitude indeed.
Islam.
All right, and now we're here at July 14th, Friday, the holy day, here at Sun conjunct Ascendant, sunrise. And we have the sun at 21 degrees Cancer. Sol ruling over the second house cusp, and Luna ruling over this sunrise, lunas, and Gemini. So for this sunrise for the holy day, we can really look to shine a light upon our material possessions and our material habits, and look to find ways to share that with our local community that we have found or will come across via the internet. So maybe doing some kind of charity of some sort, maybe donating time, donating energy, donating books, or just having simple and loving communications with those who one calls family, even though they, are not, family, quote unquote, non-statutorily speaking, but with those who they, really learned a lot from, especially if they are a guru or a teacher. Maybe there's some appreciation for that day there. Maybe gifting your teacher their favorite book, or coming up with something that you have understood. And with that, I will yield the floor, and we will move next into the only aspect for Friday. All right, let's see how we looking. Ooh, Brother Jab, bro, whoa! You see how I'm coming out? Man, woo, man, seventh house, goodness. Jag, you want to go in this on, bro? How about this, bro? For every seventh house that I get, ye go in on, and I'll handle your six houses.
You got it. Go ahead.
I got it.
You got it.
Okay, all right. And let's figure the ass. Closed mouths don't get delineations.
Yo, stop, yo. Yo, stop, yo. Y'all hilarious.
Righty. So, this sextile between Sol and Uranus, is occurring at 22 degrees. All right, Sun in the 7th, Uranus in the 5th house. So let's see. I think 11th house is like spiritual teacher. 22 is like spiritual builder, or something of some sort. So there's some building here. There's a growth opportunity between how one, shines their lights and the partnerships, or how their light is shined from them projecting their light out into the world, and sharing their concepts. And with Uranus in the 5th, that's all about breaking through, maybe with some new creativity. Maybe someone wants to express themselves in a new way or has had that aha moment, right? When it comes to like a block of some sort. So maybe someone has been going through creative blocks or writer's block. With the sextile, they have that opportunity to take that energy, being firm in their foundation, how they create, and really spread that message to everyone. And with, ascendant at 0 degrees, 39 minutes Capricorn. So there's a new beginning when it comes to how one can restrict themselves or even discipline their daily habits or their priorities. So maybe taking more of energy into creating things or putting more of the energy into the children, transforming them and their ideas and their ways of thinking so that now they have a sturdy and firm foundation to be themselves and also to love themselves as well. Capricorn, put myself first now. Yes, of course. Yes. It's always, important is to put oneself first so that then once ye is taken care of, they can take care of others. And Saturn's also ruling at first and second. So maybe some restrictions or kind of like a status change mentally or physically and just surrendering to love. And yeah, that's about it. So with that for the holy day, this is like a change and a shift of energy between how one's express themselves at their home and just their values. And with that, I'll yield the floor to me, Mercury Hermano, with the sauce.
Sauce.
Islam. Okay. We are at the 15th of July, 1443 Moorish calendar year. Of course. So yeah, pretty much just to bounce over Brother Sean was just saying, this is
Digital water.
Really what?
Yeah, it
What
is
did you
digital
say?
water, bro. Digital water. It just kind of. It's all good though, bro. It happens. I know.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's perfect. That was flawless.
Islam.
Islam.
Yeah, really just bouncing off what Brother Sean was saying with solidifying a routine and honing in on discipline. This is really just that. This is the day of overcoming those obstacles, so to speak, or realizing that there's really no limitations, so to speak. All the limitations are just self-inflicted in a sense. So this is really that energy and that realization on Saturday, so to speak, on this sunrise. This could be limitation is self-inflicted, right? Okay, so moving on, the first aspect that is to occur is the moon is the sextile Venus. Right, so the moon is in Gemini, Venus is in Leo, right? The moon is in the 11th house, Venus is in the first house, right? Yeah, so this is just solidifying how one, pampers oneself or what one really requires to be of value, so to speak. So now there's this connection to group economics in a sense, but that also has to be solidified in individuality. So each, it's just connecting to a sense of being, or connecting back to that royal sense of, pedigree, so to speak. Where, Venus being in Leo, is connecting back to that sense of royalty specifically, and then moon being in Gemini, you can really solidify and connect to your emotions, or process your emotions, pretty intellectually, so to speak, because Mercury is in Leo now too. So you can pretty much speak up about things that needs to be spoken about to solidify or get the group to really hone in on group economics, so to speak, right? So then the moon is to square Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces. Moon is still in Gemini. Neptune's in the 8th house. Moon is in the 11th still. Yeah, so this could really, this has a lot to do with just removing the illusions, so to speak, and connecting to, being able to distinguish falsehood and truth, or truth and falsehood, and recognizing that they are strangely mixed, and how, those energies may be utilized, or how people basically utilize illusion for, let's just say, quote unquote, good and bad, right? And you can see the discrepancies of, light and dark, so to speak. This is pretty much that energy, and it's that sense of clarity. Again, with Mercury being in Leo now, this is the moment to really speak up on those things that needs to be spoken on, that basically has been swept under the rug. Neptune being in the 8th house, it's like these things are coming up. All of these things pertaining to, let's just say, MK Ultra or whatever, something along those lines. People are starting to just find out, or the Philadelphia experiment, something like that. People are hearing about these things and, going on certain quests and finding certain things. So now it's bringing about a whole new reality, literally. So then the moon goes void. What was it? 4 hours and 56 minutes?
4:38. 4:38, I think.
4:38.
If I'm not mistaken.
So,
I could be. I think I got that
so,
right. I think it's
void, of
4:38.
course. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
It's long.
I know it's 4 hours and some change.
Yeah, it's long.
But yeah, the moon is to go into Cancer, right? After that moon square Neptune. So this is bringing that sense of connection or realization on how, we were raised, or how the community or the people at large were raised, and how there's this certain thought process that most people think, and it's based on how they were raised, of course. And, going through this certain so the moon's in the 9th too. Yeah, so going through that certain school of thought or indoctrination system specifically, it's now being able to recognize how that has destroyed a nation, and also confused the whole nation of people, literally. And then Venus, Libra being on the rise, or Venus is still in Leo. Yeah, it's going back to that childhood memory of, like, just maybe certain anthems you probably recited in school, and now you can kind of make sense of them in some sense of the code that was possibly in some school anthem that you said or something like that as a child. This is like that sense of recognition. So again, it's really just honing in on your ancestral estate, vast estate, right? So then the moon is to where?
You got a sextile.
Yeah, sextile Mars. Right. Yeah. Sextile Mars.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah, so that's just really that, and that bounce off of what Brother Hassan was saying, with solidifying a workout routine or working out, and it doesn't have to just be in the gym. You see, moon is in Cancer, so now you can work out at home.
Yeah, health.
Mars in the 6th house. Mars is in the 8th. Right, so yeah, like bro was saying, you can you might not at this moment in time, or actually it's possible. Wait, let me see. Saturn, second house. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Like Brother Hassan was saying, to really do the group working out thing, work out with the group, and really solidify that routine. Maybe do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, possibly. That could be something that you communicate with a close friend, or your kid, in some sense. But yeah, this is really just solidifying a routine, and having, and being active in it, and not just being lazy, so to speak. Mars is giving you the ability to be more active and courageous, and now to get into the nervous system Learn about the nervous system and endocrine glands and things like that. Studying the nervous system, right? Yeah. So study your body, your anatomy. Study your anatomy. All right. So moving on to the 16th of July. We said that was sense of like overcoming limitations. So now, with that being solidified, now, it's like waking up with fresh new eyes. Yes. Yeah. So this is maybe you should start your day with some sun salutation yoga. Off that moon sextile Mars energy, you can now, start the next day with, some yoga, and really, get the blood flowing, get you some sea moss from Brother Corey if you don't have it already, just start your day with something very
Yeah, they give me your digital water again, broski doski. It's all good.
But, it's not doing too much, right? So the sun salutation yoga is perfect.
Just giving brother a little bit of that. Yeah, it kind of sounds like, like the Matrix when Neo touched the mirror and he yelled like, "Ah!" And it got
and little phone music.
Yeah, that was clear. The "Can you hear me" was clear. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that was clear too.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Good.
Hilarious.
You got Boost Mobile, Jag? Is that what you got? Was that
wow, man, that's funny. He said, "Can you hear me?" That was perfect, and then we started. Wow, it's all good. Yeah, it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna work out. Islam, bro, traveling.
Bro was hanging out in nature.
Oh, he's in nature. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense then. That makes sense. Well, yeah, you're in Narnia, bro? You went to Narnia real quick? Okay, that's what it is. You're out in Narnia, bro?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
we hear you, bro.
Can't hear me.
Maybe if you okay, if you want to, you can take down your video. Maybe if you take down your video, like mute your camera, maybe it'll give priority to your microphone. Let's see what happens that way.
Islam, can you hear me?
That was perfect. And the birds are like mic checking with you, yeah.
Can you hear me? Are we good?
Okay, that was perfect.
Yeah,
that was.
Are we good? Are we good?
I think that's perfect. We can hear the birds too.
Hey, brother, Simon, will Jack get together and make real was like, yo, they suspended him.
Yo, stop. Yo.
I'm like, damn, you think McBand, bro? They be hating.
Yeah, I know, right? Jack be kicking that sauce. That's what it be, man.
That sauce and digital.
I know, right? Oh wow.
Yo, that used to be me when I was joking.
Can you hear me?
Yo, it's not funny, but it is.
What about
funny, now? Yo. Okay, that was perfect.
So it's super lagging. Like I'm just talking like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's super.
I'm about
laggy.
to go home.
It is super laggy, bro.
He said, "If you get you Narnia, I'm going home."
Shit.
It's all good. Is it cloudy out there? It looked like it was kind of cloudy.
Fuck, man. No. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Islam.
Doing a little bit of moving.
All right, it's long. I mean, if you need us to take over, I think we could. If you want us to take over,
if y'all can't, yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead until I get there. Go ahead. Yeah.
See, that was perfect. How come they let you say that perfectly? Just go ahead. Like, what was that? As soon as you start kicking the sauce and like, and the sun is like, what? Yo. 23 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, yo, hold up, yo. Stop it. All right.
Delineations.
Yo, stop.
Brother Jag with that lag.
You're hilarious, bro. All right. So so guys, with that being said, go to 7hillstar.com, guys. Ultimately, go there, sign up for the email list, share it with 3 loved ones, right? And tell them to share each of those loved ones to share with 3 loved ones, and then make sure each of those 3 loved ones share with 3 loved ones, right? So we can just get that going already. Enjoy what's there, 7hillstar.com. And let me clear up something. I've been saying that it's 39% off of the mirror session because it's $459 for the mirror session. What I'm doing is I actually took, I think it was 38.49%, which is 176.67. And that's all I'm asking from you. I just wanted to clear up the confusion. Any mathematicians out there to go to check, hold on, 39% of 459 is actually 179.01. And so what I wanted to do was give you guys the 39% is what you actually give. All righty. So the 39% pertaining to 459 units is what you give. However, you're actually giving 38.49% when it's 176 units and 67 cents. Just wanted to make sure I clear that up also. However, that's still going to the 15th. All righty. To still honor that. So I'm only reducing till the 15th July. The Mirror AstroLiteracy session. So you guys come on in and get it. However, it's well worth 990 units. All righty. So for me to still take 459, or any of my brothers to take 459 for a Mirror AstroLiteracy session is still half of what it's actually worth. And it's interesting because just got through a session today before going live. And the good brother was like, man, this is actually more than I expected. And he was more than happy, elated even to, receive what it is that he received. Because the AstroLiteracy is what we promise. All right. And I get it. Sometimes people don't want the AstroLiteracy, and we provide you a means to just hear us talk to you for about an hour. You want to talk to us you want us to talk to you for an hour, and you don't want to know the AstroLiteracy? Fine, that's 153 units for an hour. All righty. However, if you're like the good brother that got his session today and you want the AstroLiteracy, it's $459. All righty, for the 3 hours. However, it's going to be super duper worth it. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be able to walk away with everything that you need to analyze yourself. Because man, know thyself and thy father God Allah. In other words, mind, know yourself in the process which mother chose to call upon all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. All right. So 7hillstar.com is where you go to actually sign up for our email list, become a part of that, and schedule your Mirror AstroLiteracy session. I know when you go to sign up for it, it's going to say in the invoice 459. However, once you send to the CashApp, the 176.67, which is 38.49%, is what you're giving pertaining to. That's all you're giving. You're only giving 38.49% out of 459. And that way, once I see that that's honored in the Cash App, I'll make sure I process everything that is necessary, that's needed for you, so you can be prepared to enjoy your Mirror AstroLiteracy session. All righty. So for the 16th July, 2023, right? 23 degrees, right? If I'm not mistaken, 23 degrees Cancer, I think, is forethought. Is that forethought? Let's see. I just want to double check to make sure that that's what the degree is. I thought it was the degree of foresight. Am I right about that? Forethought. All right, 23 degrees Cancer is the degree of forethought. And it's 23 degrees, 38 minutes. So it's kind of on its way to 24 degrees, which is the degree of music. So you could be sitting here, maybe the night before, maybe you're coming off of a studio session. Maybe you're someone who's been recently inspired to complete a music project. So what you're doing is you're doing all the planning that is necessary for your music project. Be confident and move forward with that. Luna actually coming close to the new moon position because it's decreasing in light, right? Is quite the balsamic moon that it is, right? What I actually see here is it'll benefit you to really do all the planning that you can, that necessary, rest and recharge, and really launch whatever that project is, or even the process to getting that project complete outside of just the brainstorming. Make sure you knock it out and get it started, maybe a little after the new moon, right? And Brother Sean's going to go in on that for Moon Day after I knock these 2 testimonies out for Sunday, all right? So for Sunday, the 16th, we have Luna trine Saturn here. Luna's clearly, of course, in Cancer. And this is happening obviously before this sunrise where Luna is trining Saturn. All righty. We know it's at 6 degrees, 34 minutes. You see Saturn there in the 11th house while in Pisces, and Luna's there in Cancer, of course, in the 2nd. So we already know that the 11th is 10th to the 2nd. And of course, the 2nd is 4th, honestly, to the 11th. So what we can allow ourselves is, things that we look at as far as our possessions. Maybe there's some things that, that we possess sentimentally, maybe when it comes to our subconscious mind, maybe when it comes to us feeling very secure about ourselves. It'll be very, very much so tied to going back and reanalyzing the spiritual disciplines that we have partaken in and what has been gained from having a status pertaining to such spiritual disciplines. So make sure that you find that harmony between spiritual discipline and the values that you know make you who you are, and make sure you're not depriving yourself of either an earthly experience, all righty, which would be for better for yourself and the things that you possess and those values and things pertaining to your finances. All right, and make sure there's this harmony between that and your spiritual values, because 11th house is the values house to status, which is the 10th house, because 11th is 2nd to the 10th, and then of course the 2nd house is 2nd to the 1st. So it's kind of like a as above and below value principle. So make sure you are seeing a harmony between your physical and spiritual finances. And with that, I yield the floor. Luna sextile Jupiter next. Of course, Jupiter is in Taurus while Luna's there in Cancer. And this is taking place at 11 degrees, 46 minutes. You can see Luna's there in the 9th house. Jupiter's there in the 8th house. And so what we can ultimately see here is that we're really kind of being able to put together a means of looking at how us working from home is really allowing us to, bring a better means to describing what it is that we do as far as our craft. How do you describe yourself? How do you look at yourself and what is you do? This is mainly for you are someone who works from home. However, maybe you're a teacher or something. Maybe you share information in a wide range way, some kind of way. Maybe you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist. What actually takes place here is you being able to make some sudden changes that are due to some technological advances within your field pertaining to not only study, but the field in which you're able to have sustenance and resources for yourself. And now you have found a way to possibly automate some things as far as scheduling for what it is that you do, as well as being able to really kind of beautify the means of how you actually share what profession it is that you partake in. And people will very much see that the profession that you partake in is really tied to you being well studied and knowledgeable in that particular profession and or so-called field in which you have taken career in. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, Brother Sean Alain El Islam.
Islam. Click. All right, cool. Click. All right, no movie. All right, so we're here at Moon Day, Monday for July 17th, 2023, Crusade Qua, 1443 Moorish calendar year. All right, we have Sol at 24 degrees, 36 minutes, Cancer, which is the degree of music, right? And yeah, it's the degree of music. So for this day, I'll say just rise to one's favorite music. Whatever song, uplifts you the most, or, brings you motivation, brings you joy, whatever matter in that fact. And Luna is conjunct actually her own lot, part of fortune in the 12th house. So yeah, just working on one's health, or maybe even assisting one's mother, like maybe cooking one's mother or grandmother a meal, or sending them something to be able to eat, or even maybe sending them a spiritual text or some matter of fact, for those that deal with the Bible or whatever religious holy text, sending that to her as like a morning motivation or upliftment. And yeah, and just letting that light shine and letting one's priorities be transformative and not hindering in a sense, right? And yeah, I think that's it for that. So with that, I yield. We'll get into the first aspect, and we've got Mercury square Jupiter. All right, so Mercury is in the 12th house, all right, at 11 degrees, 54 minutes, Leo. Guru Jupiter is in the 9th house. So that's some accidental dignity there for Jupiter. And Taurus at 11 degrees here. So with this square, as some would say, maybe it could be an obstacle between how one communicates, or just their thinking or their writing and their philosophy on life. There could be, an obstacle between that. But where stimulation can come from that is getting to the roots of all obstacles, all restrictions, all delays. What is that? Is that it's causing one to not communicate their truth. That's also another thing as well. So maybe one's throat chakra could be blocked. Maybe itchy throat, scratchy throats, or always getting tongue twisted, tongue tied, as they say, right? And let's see, Sun's ruling the ascendant. Sun is chart master, chart ruler, 28 degrees, 28 minutes, right? Sun's in the 11th, as they like so-called the fall house, right? When you think of Sun ruling the 5th, of being opposite of the house it's in, so one can really just reflect on the things necessary and really feel out just their wisdom on life and how they communicate that, and maybe make some additions or some changes to that. Maybe some things need to go, maybe some things need to be open to some more things, right? Mars is final dispositor for Jupiter. Mars is in first in Virgo. So once again, maybe just organizing and going through some notes, maybe saying some things, or turning up one's health. There's going to be like a sense between one's health, and Brother Jag was talking about one's nervous system. So maybe doing a detox or flush of some kind. With that, I yield the floor. For next up, we have Luna and a Uranian sextile. All right, so now we have Luna in the 11th house. And Uranus is still there in the 9th. So this is occurring 3 houses away. So there needs to be some communication between what one sees with law and religion of some sort. But there's an inner need to break through. So maybe there is some sort of communication that's going to happen. Maybe it's via the internet, right? Luna in Cancer, maybe someone meets someone via the internet that gives them a sense of home feeling, and they're able to communicate or understand some kind of language. And once again, we got another 22 degrees here. So able to really build something in the unseen. And then watching probably about the next 8 to 9 months, that's initial building in the spiritual and the soul level be brought to the physical, the 5 cycle. Let's see, North Node is still in there too. Yeah, so still being ruled by Mars. Mars is actually in the 12. Yeah, so just being open to the changes that are coming upon one, and being open to, growing and not staying stuck within one's space or within one's mindset. It's kind of like the story of a butterfly, right? When they go into the shell, and this is now coming out of that shell, ready to embrace and go after life. And with that, I yield the floor. And next up, we have the solar lunar conjunction. So make sure one goes back, not last cycle, last week, but the fortnight ago for Intuition Monday, where we went in, me and Brother Hassan, on the new moon globally for the collective. Right, so yeah, make sure one goes check that out for a worldwide presentation for a area, community, space near you. Right, so wow. This new moon for the East Coast near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic, is occurring in the 9th house. So sun is definitely feeling extra great being in that 9th house. And I'm trying to think, remember. Okay, yeah, so there's a new sense of purpose. There's like a major clearing. So for everyone to go back and look at what occurred for them about 6 months ago, right? And check out that Capricorn full moon, but be able open to planting new seeds, whether it's physical seeds or spiritual seeds with knowledge. Maybe someone even get opportunity to travel long distance, or maybe we'll be looking to move homes, as they would say, out the country, quote unquote, maybe looking to move somewhere foreign and, make that foreign place their new home. And with Scorpio being on the rise there, being ruled by Mars, Mars is in the 10th still, and also ruling over the 6th house. So there's a change of service and career. So yeah, maybe someone is receiving an opportunity to move overseas, or opportunity to work in governmental positions, or something to do with health and service. And yes, Luna and Jupiter are in mutual reception by exaltation, which is lucky. And Jupiter's on the 7th. Wow. So once again, there's an expansion coming here to one's emotions if one has been able to, ground oneself properly and really channel those emotions and those intuitive feelings into a sense of sharing that for the better of all, right? And with that, I'll yield the floor. Next up, we have Luna trining Neptune. All right. Wow, we got another 7th house, but Jag ain't here. Ha ha! We ain't worried about it. So Luna's in the 7th house, and Neptune's in the 2nd. All right, this is occurring. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses away from each other. Luna's in Cancer, Neptune's in Pisces, and retrograde as well. So this is like an inner institution, right? So maybe one can, wow, I'm getting like someone's partner, or maybe their business partner, isn't going to be able to give a sense of ease or a charitable cause, whether it's emotional support or emotional nurturing, to give this harmonious energy to get one out of their mental institution, that's causing that mental bondage, and really being able to show them how to love themselves and love what they have, balancing out the spiritual aspect, the unseen, and the 5 cycle, what is seen, and not to being so caught up in one, and open themselves up to Wow, Saturn's in there too in the second. And Luna's still in that reception with Jupiter. So yeah, there's just an expansion at home. So maybe some family portraits or family histories coming up. Or maybe like someone's auntie on their father's side is able to bring some kind of wisdom to share to themselves and their loved ones. All right. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor. Let's see, we got the last aspect. We have finally for this Monday, we have a lunar reflect Pluto, right? And this is occurring in the 5th and the 11th. And 29 degrees Cancer is, and Capricorn should both be the degree of the avid collector.
Right.
And we think of Pluto, we think of transformations or endings, right? And Moon is in Cancer, so these are very critical degrees. So just pay attention to this day with one's thinking, and maybe beings are either going to take. Let's see, this is occurring at 23:05, 11:05. So yeah, maybe just reflecting on some things. One's children, if they have those, or even their friends' children. Past love romances. Beings from the internet, maybe some internet dating or friends on the internet. Really just reflecting on all the things, right? So that one can move forward and not, further hold themselves back to the past and make a transition into this new life that has presented itself, but one can still be looking in the rearview mirror, as they would say, still trying to figure things out, but just being open to collect. And maybe, calling one's energy back could be a suggestion too, doing that daily. Right, and super in a second. Yeah, and just being open to changes and the transformations that occur when one, makes a conscious and unconscious change. And collecting the things that is one's birthright. And with that, I will yield the floor to my bro.
Islam, broski doski. 18th July 2023, sunrise. Of course, it's happening there at 25 degrees, 33 minutes. Alrighty, in Cancer. That's the 10th lunar mansion cusp, roughly, right? That's where the 10th lunar mansion. And 10th lunar mansion, in short, is just being able to consume that which heals you. Alrighty, so when it comes to healing, maybe there was some things that you were partaking in. Maybe you took some herbs. Maybe you had an herbal tea before you rested and recharged, and now you're rising, seeing the effects and the healing that occurred from you ingesting it, like kind of like a Taoist food talisman type of fashion. All right, as far as the 10th lunar mansion is concerned. With that, I yield the floor before sunrise, of course, which is 39 minutes after midnight. After that hour and 33-minute board of course of Brother Sean speaking on Luna reflecting Pluto.
Gratitude for that, bro.
Oh, it's no worries, because I got to get into it because I'm talking about an ingress here. Right. So in the 4th house, right, accidental dignity there for Luna in the 4th house. However, at the degree of homicide, and remember, homicide comes from, etymologically speaking, homo, man, caedere, to cut down. Right. I know some people say, well, it means to kill. Kill is also being able to like be a nuisance and annoy someone. And, it's not necessarily, taking away someone's life, but it will be hindering. Right. So when it comes to, the moon being here, like people may find a means to, probably relax. You see, it's just at midnight. So maybe not thinking about some things so much. Maybe, there was a day that you had prior to resting and recharging. And maybe you just find yourself really taking advantage of just sitting in some warm water and just really relaxing, maybe listening to some music that will allow you to relieve whatever tension is there on the mind and the body. So also I would say, be very creative, be very playful also while you're at home. Also, maybe it's some, some things that you could do to make your bath interesting. Maybe you would like to light some candles, to be very honest with you, because let's just be clear, the sun and moon, again, there's another mutual reception between them by rulership, actually, by their quote unquote domicile. So the sun is in moon's, home, and the moon's in sun's home. So this is why I'm thinking you may, I don't know, have tea light candles floating on, the water while you're resting and recharging in the tub. You might find yourself even like, I'm just going to fall asleep in this hot water here. Okay, cool. Just don't drown yourself. Right, while you're doing so, but you may find yourself rejuvenating from that. And with that, I yield the floor. I think, bro, since brother Jag, you know what I mean, he's traveling, we'll just go bar for bar there. So you can do Jupiter square, Luna square Jupiter. I'll do Luna conjunct Mercury, and then you can do Luna square Uranus to close us out. All right, I yield.
It's fine.
So go ahead, knock it out. I yield.
All right, we got sun at 25 degrees, 33 minutes Cancer. We got 7 there, 5 on the left, 2 on the right.
Oh, hold on. Forgive me. Boom. There we go.
So now we at 26 degrees Cancer. So nothing there for that. Check Cyclopedia, but
yeah, it's just still within the 10th lunar mansion, but it's halfway to the degree of farming, which is 27 degrees.
And it's a very Taurian nature when you think about it. 26 degrees. So for this Wednesday, I would say when one rises this morning, just to take the time to truly value what one has and what one possesses. The things one does on the daily, truly feel that and appreciate within one's heart. Probably tell someone you love them if one doesn't even, really do that, or, tell someone that you care or appreciate them, right? Whether it's at work, whether it's really even yourself, if one even, kind of might speak negatively to oneself, just tell oneself, I love you, I love me, right? When the negative thoughts or ideas to speak ill of oneself come up. And that's how one can, transform that energy, that negative self-talk energy, by words of self-love affirmation, and also speaking that to others. So pouring love into oneself and pouring that out to others, because someone could really need it that day. I'm pretty sure someone will be kind to someone that will make their, not only their day, but their month. And they'll be thinking about that for a long time. And with that, I yield the floor.
Oh.
I can knock out the Jupiter square, and then that way, because I didn't consider the sunrise. So Jupiter square, Luna square Jupiter. All right, so Luna's there in Leo, of course, at 12 degrees. All right, Leo, 8 minutes, and still in the 4th house, interestingly. All right, as far as, because when I went over the ingress, it was in the 4th house also. 12 degrees is the degree of beauty when it comes to Leo. All right, so when it comes to really, beautifying your home, right? Part of that beauty will add to your sense of security. Jupiter's there in the 1st house, right? Just about to ascend, right, at 12 degrees. 12 degrees is air pressure and gravitation. So I think, maybe you're looking at some type of floating type of means of beautifying your home. Maybe you're putting up some floating shelves, as they call it, things of that nature. Maybe you're looking to hang some plants a certain way from your home. And I think that's probably what you'll be mostly interested in. And when it comes to actually, before this happened, you probably did some cooking, right? Found yourself cooking some types of foods that you enjoy. May have been some type of fried foods. So just let us know when it gets to next Wednesday. And mostly you can tell when your fried foods are complete and done, they begin to float, right? Seemingly to comes to gravitation, they don't sink, right? They actually become buoyant due to that process. So really make sure you just allow yourself to, allow that degree of beauty to take place, of course, while being very playful and creative, alrighty, and really probably allowing yourself to really kind of just like really actively loving yourself, allow the fascination and denial to kind of subside and go away, allow yourself to feel really secure about, taking in what it is that you want as far as eating, while staying mindful pertaining to your health, so that you can be able to further expand and make those sudden changes necessary. But you want to be able to make the sudden changes while you're enjoying making the sudden changes, and it will better your standing. All right. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, whom well, please, Brother Sean Lee now.
Islam. Wow. Wow. So you have this lunar Mercury conjunction in Leo. And 15 degrees is the point of affection, the Lion's Gate. And this is also conjunct the ascendant. So just to be open to the love. I know I said that for sunrise. So I think beings are going to unconsciously and not even truly know why they're being so loving, being kind, and being affectionate this day. Be the opposite of hate. As Prophet Noah Jolie instructed, love instead of hate. And the point of affection, so beings could be more affectionate to their partners, themselves, their loved ones, and just, take tender and due care of oneself. So maybe even buying some new beauty products. I don't know why I'm getting jade and rose quartz, rollers, crystals, for beauty, different herbal and organic creams, beautifies one's skin and face. Maybe even taking planning a trip with one's loved ones or their children. But yeah, there's a sense of just appreciation with this lunar Mercurian conjunction. So really being able to communicate the love, emotional support, and nurturing to oneself, and taking care of one's appearance. And yeah, that's just really beautiful. And let's see, Sun's final expositor for that, Sun's in the 12th. So yeah, maybe doing like a makeover or something beautiful within the home, kind of maybe inviting friends over or your loved ones. And yeah, just embracing the unseen. Beings probably won't even really understand why they feel so loving and so energy, but that's just the unseen at play, asking one to open their heart space. And with that, I yield the floor.
That brother Sean's wisdom too. Just kind of look at, I know you guys heard us speak not too long ago about, algebra, which is where Venus kind of is. Right, Jabba. Right. When we spoke about that for the Venus retrograde this past Intuition Monday, and to be reminded, algebra is really dealing with violent and intemperate nature, and military officer in danger of mutiny. And when analyzing this, there's going to be some communication that the people are going to be like, boo, right? Because this is the stage. You know what I mean? In Leo, 23 degrees is like the stage, right? And what's going to happen is, Venus in a daytime chart is the lesser benefic, right? Jupiter is the most beneficial. Mars is the worst. And there's going to be some details about finances, right? And then looking at the triplicities, so to speak, with looking at those triplicities pertaining to Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn, I think the people are going to really see, like, you know what, I think slowly but surely the people are no longer going to put their hope into some kind of leadership that has been letting them down year after year after year after year. All righty. And with that, that's Brother Jag with the sauce.
Islam, can you hear me?
Bro. Yes, bro. You can do the last one here if you like. This is the last one for Wednesday, bro. Luna square Uranus, bro.
Oh, perfect. And you came back to the 6th house, bro. That's what I'm talking about, man.
The word.
Man.
Yo, y'all hilarious, bro.
Like this. So the moon is in the 6th house. Look at that. Look at that.
Man, would you look at it?
Y'all hilarious.
Take a picture.
All right, so Moon's in the sixth. Uranus is in the third house. Okay. Saturn in the ascendant. Yeah. So pretty much what Brother Hassan was just saying. This is people starting to literally wake up. You know, starting to recognize what liberty is. You know what I mean? That's basically the subject matter of the day for this Wednesday here will be liberty. You know, connecting to that sense of peace, so to speak. What is liberty? Literally, that's just, you know, let's just say the topic of discussion. So you may see some liberals, you know, on your whatever programs, you know, you indulge in. You may see some talk about revolutionary or, you know, all based on constitutional law. Let's just be plain, you know, it'll just be people going back to some sense of nature's law, and then, you know, that constitutional law and things of that sort. That's pretty much the topic of discussion, you know, really, let's just say correcting the legislator. You know, who are these beings who say they make law? You know, who is actually the authority? You know, this is the conversation, so to speak. You know, so the people are recognizing we the people. Yeah. I yield.
Islam, man. Appreciate the broski doskies as always in knocking that out. All right. Guys, I'd like to thank you for joining us for our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. We are the 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm brothers. There in the chat on YouTube, just going to speak to those of you guys that commented, whether you're here or not. Jen V says, greetings, brothers. And she also says, greetings, everyone. Halo City on. That's Brother Al-Noor. He says, Islam, Moors, peace, love, and light. Indeed, Brother Tyro. He says, peace and love, everyone. It's D Walk to you, says 100. Brother Derek Blash Bay says, Islam, everyone. Jamnees, I hope I'm not messing that appellation up. Your YouTube handle says either Jamnees or Jamnez 2156. So-called cloudy from what I'm led to believe, right near the Arcata, near so-called Arcata. I guess that's the near Caliph, near Humboldt County. I think Arcata is near Humboldt County, as they call it, Corporation for California. And Genevieve says gratitude. All righty. So with that being said, guys, again, did I not stop the screen share? Okay, I thought I hit stop. Pardon me. I didn't hit stop. There we go. So, guys, I'd like to thank you all, those of you that are on the Leo Mercury Moor 711 TikTok viewing right now. I'd thank you all for joining us also via Brother Sean's TikTok at Leo Mercury Moor 711. Remember, guys, you can get your Mirror AstroLiteracy sessions complete by all of the brothers, right? I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, and Brother Sean L, as well as the Mental Magician reports, firstly introduced by Brother Sean L. You can get that. Never forget either, Brother Sean is a Reiki master. He won't say it, but I will. He's a Reiki master, and I've witnessed the brother do Reiki remotely. So, and it's very brave and strong of a being to do that, because it takes a lot of energy to and be in people's energy like that. All right. So make sure you go to 7heelstar.com. Of course, after you sign up for our email list, look around, guys, explore, hit all the tabs, see what it is that we have there to offer, and then book a session. All right. And make your decision to book a session. Support the bros. I know we all work together, but you'll see us all independently promote ourselves. You'll see me speak about Mirror. For me, Brother Sean will speak about the Mental Magician report, as well as you're going to see him speaking about Reiki. He has tarot also. All the bros, like I know, especially those that are here, Brother Sean and Brother Terrell, we all, have the tarot. Like it's not a game. I keep my tarot just as close as my books. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? So Brother Sean, of course, he has tarot there offered. Soon, I will be more actively online providing tarot for you all. And guys, make sure first and foremost, you always keep in mind that Seven Hill Star, we are doing what we do and doing the work that we do. Please make sure you be yourselves, however, and
donate.
Absolutely. Make sure you donate, guys. You see the Cash Apps, there. And I guess if Brother Jag wants his Cash App in the, description too, bro, you can just send that to me. I have no problem putting it in, the description. You guys know I and Brother Sean's Cash Apps are in there. Don't be shy. Make sure you donate. And soon we'll be doing what is called Gold Star Conversations. All right. It's a Seven Hill Star exclusive. And we'll go into what Gold Star, conversations are. Kind of a bit of a casting call for those of you that are listening now. You want to go in on your chart. We're not going to expose your chart, but we could have a conversation about some things with your chart. We'll probably ask some questions, just have a little dialogue. Won't be too long, you know what I mean? We like to keep it short and sweet. So maybe we could speak to you for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops. And we'll look at some things in your chart, look at some transits, and just ask whatever, comes to us in our intuition that's concerning. And then people can, either see like, whoa, like, hey, like there's really something to this. Or you'd be like, no, it doesn't resonate with me. That's fine. That's cool. It's just a means for us to really just kind of have a conversation based in astrology pertaining to charts. So, you guys want to be a part of the Gold Star Conversations. I think we're going to probably debut it as far as speaking about it. However, it's going to be on Seven Hill Star, but I think it will happen on the 1st. I think I might want to debut it on the 1st on our YouTube channel early. However, later on the 1st that night, we will be presenting on office hours with Dr. G to make sure we get the message out to a wider audience too via her platform and her audience so that they can be able to come and take advantage of what it is that we offer here. All righty. We're here to make sure that we are responsible with the energy that pertains to our ancient foremothers and forefathers and our inheritance, which a lot of people commercially call magic and the occult stuff. Is like, look, we're responsible with that energy. And we know that it only works when you're being loving and have oneness, power, intention, not, trying to black magic or just white magic. Is like, you're wasting your time getting into that, being out of harmony with nature. So since we know that we have the better presentation and we are who you're would actually benefit from making the choice to be able to get your astrology, tarot, or anything else that's called occult, which occult just means hidden from public view, but it's an open secret. However, since we are sincerely Moorish American and we are currently what our ancient foremothers and forefathers were, we have inherited the insight and intuition, of course, in being ourselves and being able to share with you all that what you need based on us having our tools pertaining to astrology, tarot, and other seemingly occult and magic things or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's not a negative, alrighty? I mean, the half hasn't been told. If you were told everything, you'll fall back to sleep, honestly. And we're finding out that a lot of those things that haven't been told is really your birthright and your inheritance. But you gotta be in harmony with nature. You gotta be yourself. You can't be out here. And no disrespect to y'all that classifies Negro black color, but you can't be Negro black colored out here talking about I know magic and I'm gonna do this. You're gonna hurt yourself. Period. And I'm glad we have the kind of elders that we have that make sure we know how to, handle this energy appropriately. All righty. Questions, comments, and/or suggestions going once?
I'm gonna do something next Wednesday. I'm not sure what time. Probably do something on TikTok and probably something on Instagram. And I'll just go ahead. I know I told the bros, but next Wednesday will be 3 years since I became certified Reiki master. So I'm thinking of just giving some aura cleanse baths out. next Wednesday, probably on TikTok Live, and also just on Instagram for beings to, see what it is. And I'll probably, speak on, Reiki and just my experiences and all that. And
make sure y'all still donate to bro when he does that.
Sure.
Make sure y'all still donate. Go ahead, bro. I yield.
Indeed. Yeah. So I think that'll be my kind of, giving away, appreciation for that. And, just for the people and let them, kind of experience it and feel it. Cause I've just seen how some of the lives go with the Reikis, like, people, can truly be healed. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful thing. Like, yeah. So yeah, be looking out for that next Wednesday. I'll have a more time certain. I'll probably do like TikTok before we go live for Weather Report, and maybe do Instagram after. Not really sure, but next Wednesday, free aura cleanse baths for the people.
Still donate to bro, right? I'm serious. I'm so serious. And guys, we'll also make sure by the time the 1st of August comes, when we do our presentation for Gold Star Conversations, and then later on that evening present to, because it'll be on a Tuesday, present on what is called Office Hours with Dr. G. We'll see you guys that Tuesday on the 1st. I'm sure Brother Sean and I will have something planned as far as giving you guys a date for the workshop, all right? Because you guys know we got a workshop coming up, an astrology workshop, and we want to go in on a particular topic. And I think we're focusing on Mercury and the moon. So those that participate will be able to get a mental magician report, all righty? So, and we'll let you guys know once we put the flyer out and let you guys know what it is. And we'll go to show you how things work when it comes to your thinking and communication, all right? So with that being said, questions, comments, and/or suggestions going twice. All righty, questions and comments and/or suggestions going thrice. Questions, comments, and/or suggestions going thrice. All righty. This is where I and my brothers, on behalf of Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, Brother Terrell Samari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, Brother Sean Ali Mel, and Brother Arvawaba Bey, we'd like to say to you all, namaste, 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 y'all. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace. Peace.